This test is called supine hip flexion. So supine indicating the athlete's going to be lying on their back, and all we're looking for is full range of motion through the hip here. So I'm going to go ahead and take Veronica's left leg. If somebody came up limited on any of the ankle tests, excuse me. Ready? Yep. This test is called supine hip flexion. So we're having the athlete lie on their back, and we're going to be looking to see how much passive range of motion they have through their hips. Now, if somebody had any limitation on the knee tests, be careful with how you grab. We'll talk about that when we get there. So in a normal athlete, I'm going to go ahead and put my hand underneath Veronica's back. She passed all of the knee tests, and all I'm going to do is drive her knee towards her chest. Now we're looking for two things. Number one, can I get her thigh to her ribs without any kind of pain or pinching in her hip? So let me know, Veronica, do you feel any pain or pinching in your hip as we go? No, she's good. The second thing I'm looking for is, does her back flatten down hard into my hand? There's gonna be some flattening for everybody, but we're looking for, like, you'll know the difference when you feel it. Someone who's aggressively pushing their back into the floor, you wanna stop when that starts. The third and last thing we're gonna look for is, it's gonna be hard for Veronica to demonstrate, but this leg will drag sometimes. Lift, and what that means is that the whole pelvis is moving and we're done with the range of motion. So full range of motion for supine hip flexion is the thigh approximates with the ribs without any kind of pinching in the front or aggressive flattening of the back. Something to note is when you do this straight on, a lot of people will have some trouble. If you bring it out a little bit, they might perform a little bit better. So just because they test limited at first does not mean that they're limited. Check a different leg slot. And be aware, both legs might be a little bit different. Lastly, if Veronica had pain in her knee when I did the knee tests with her, instead of grabbing on the outside, I would grab from the back of the hamstring. You're gonna have a little bit less leverage, a little bit more awkward, but you're gonna get the same result and you're not going to put the knee under any kind of stress. This is supine hip flexion.